Well, it's mid-May here, and for me, this time of year is all about food plots. I'm either trying to plant the few grain plots I have, or I'm working on my clover and chicory plots, which has quickly become my favorite food plot to plant. I'm either planting new plots this time of year, or I'm maintaining the ones I have. This one, for example, I'm maintaining. I just sprayed it recently with chemical to try to control some of the broadleafs and the grasses that are coming up, but for the most part, it's pretty good. But this is a second year plot. As you can see, the clover and chicory is phenomenal. It's pushing knee height, super thick, super lush. And really the biggest selling point is the deer are in here nonstop. Every morning, every evening, there's multiple deer out here. They're just living in this stuff. And that's one of the things that I've learned with this food plot, or this blend in general. A good high quality clover and chicory blend goes a long ways in keeping the deer on and around your property. And, you know, I think sometimes we tend to think about just planting food for the hunting season to increase our chances. But if you can keep deer on and around your property the entire year, if you give them a reason to take up residency for longer periods or more often throughout the year, that's going to also carry over into hunting season. They're going to be around a lot more often. And so that's one of the biggest reasons I love this clover and chicory is it's as close to a year-round food source as you can get. This time of year, the fawns are about to be dropping. So you have your lactating does, you know, getting highly nutritious, high protein with the chicory in here food. Plus the fawns themselves are going to live in this too, as they try to build up that body weight. Obviously, bucks growing antlers. The entire herd spends a lot of time in these clover chicory plots. And again, the more I've got to planting these on my various properties that I manage, the more I see that year-round activity, deer sticking around longer instead of disappearing for the summer and maybe coming back in the fall. They just don't leave. And so that, again, is going to have a big impact on the hunting season as well. Clover and chicory, you know, it's one of those plots, you know, for the guy that only has a small area to plant, maybe not a lot of time. This is absolutely the blend that I would recommend. It's relatively easy to establish. Obviously, you do have some maintenance required with it. I need to mow this at some point soon, but man, again, this is a second year plot, and it's just so thick and you know, very little fertilizer that I've used so far too. Obviously, this is pretty decent soil, but man, to establish a food plot like this with the deer use this frequent is about as good as it gets. So like I said, this time of year is all about food plots for me. I'm really happy with how this one's looking.